Rockin' with the DJ that keeps the hits coming.
The real engineer Scoop back.
DJ is back, baby.
This is on 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Healing Conversations on JPRG Radio, your go-to show for mental health and relationship inspiration. I am your host, Dr. Kanika Holloway, a licensed professional counselor with an aim to heal hearts and heal minds, one conversation at a time. Please understand that while I am a licensed professional counselor, this broadcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional therapy or medical advice. Always, always, always consult with a qualified healthcare provider for any personal mental health concerns. Now, with that said, let's continue on with our next episode of Healing Conversations. Hey, beautiful people out there. Welcome to another episode of Healing Conversations, your go-to show for mental health and relationship tips. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a little echo. Let me see what's going on. How about that? Oh, there we go. I'm the engineer today. Well, I wanted to apologize for what happened last week. So I came to the studio to record my show on Trichotillomania, and in the time that I needed to log it, because I couldn't be here that Wednesday, I needed to slide it, and I deleted it. And then in my attempts to go home and record it and then bring it up here and play it, I didn't edit it well. So I know that there was some overlap at the very end of that last show, and I just want to say I am so sorry. I am so sorry for that. But I am back in the studio, and I have a fabulous guest. His name is Dr. Calvin Ellison. He is a serial author, neuropathic doctor, men and marriage consultant, and community mobilizer. He has over 40 years of experience empowering relationships, working with churches, nonprofits, community colleges, and universities in the areas of personal and community health, as well as a civic engagement and leadership. Since the third year of his marriage in 1982, y'all, he and his wife have relentlessly worked to empower men, women, and marriages locally, nationally, as well as internationally. As an educator, let me rephrase that, as an edutainer. So that means you're going to get some education and you're going to get some entertainment, okay? Right. Dr. Ellison also has passionately educated and entertained thousands of individuals and hundreds of organizations through his in-person seminars and workshops. So let me tell you how I met Dr. Ellison. I was at the store, y'all. I was in line. I was like 2 people ahead of him. And it was a lady between us, and she turned to him and she said something, but all I heard him say is that I'm a naturopathic doctor. So my ears perked up and I was eavesdropping. I was, as they say, ear hustling. So I was like, I got to get this man on my show. So I stalked him.
Oh my!
I did. I waited for him at my at my car, and he was very approachable. And so we talked very briefly, and he agreed to come on my show to talk to us about empowering our health, which is a very serious conversation. We only have one body, and we are in control of it. Right? Nobody else is responsible for our body, what we put in it, what we do to it, what we put around it. You know what I'm saying. So he is here to give us some education and some edutainment about ways to help empower our health. Welcome to the show, Dr. Ellison.
Thank you, Dr. Stalking Holloway. She stalked me, you all at the car. She was at the car. Her car was parked right next to mine. And
see, it was divine.
It was divine. It really, really was. You know, it was just amazing, I tell you. Thank you, Dr. Holloway, for inviting me on your dynamic show.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, get us started. Tell us about your credentials and why you're qualified to talk to us today about holistic health.
Well, I've been on this journey chasing the rabbit of information concerning health and wellness now for over 30 years and has learned a lot. I got started actually, Dr. Holloway, when I used to work in the prison years ago. A friend of mine brought me a book entitled Why Christians Get Sick.
Interesting.
It became my burning bush experience. Why Christians get sick. Let me tell you something. I went into that book. Now, all of my books, you'll know that they're mine because I usually mark up every page.
Okay. You were studying this book.
Every sentence.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, I went through that book like a lion going through a gazelle.
You was intense.
I was intense. I ripped that thing to pieces, and it got me so hungry. I went out and bought over $400 worth of books. I remember that.
Wow. They were all on health?
All on health. Over $400 worth of books. And found myself, by God's leading, into a health food store. Looked on the back wall and saw this degree, naturopathic doctor. I'm like, what is that?
How long ago was that?
Never even heard the term before. Naturopathic doctor.
Well, tell us what that is.
Well, a naturopathic doctor is someone who teaches health from a natural standpoint. All natural things. From what you eat, of course, which is one of my pet peeves, to what you drink, to the exercise, to the thoughts we think, to the relationships that support us, to us connecting with nature. Oh, we could spend a lot of time right there. So what I call the 10 essentials for healthy living that are natural things, and we oftentimes put them on the back burner in consciousness, has not been aware of how crucial they are for building and sustaining our well-being. So
all right, let's get into
naturopathic in it.
So you're just basically saying it's not just one way. We have to incorporate multiple things into our lives to really get the full capacity in which our body needs to perform.
Exactly, because life was designed to be balanced. So it's not just one thing. Many people want to think it's just what I eat that's going to keep me healthy. But what do I think? How do I relate with people? Do I ever connect with the place that I came from, the ground? What we call
I was
ground.
at my son's soccer game yesterday, and there was a creek. And I just broke away from the game, and I just went down to the creek. I touched it. I just sat there while all the chaos around me was going on. But I just sat there for like a good 5 to 10 minutes, and I didn't realize I needed that.
That was a good self-care moment.
I agree. I was like, I need to do this more often. But it was available. And I know I was curious. I heard it. I saw it. But I was like, let me just go down there. And I picked up some rocks and just said a little prayer, looking at the water. Like so many times we get stuck and we don't allow ourselves to just keep flowing like that water.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yes. How did you feel afterwards?
I feel rejuvenated. I felt proud that I took 10 minutes to just be still.
Well, you exercise 3 principles of naturopathy.
Come on now.
Oh, my God.
Let's get into it, Doc.
3. I saw 3 just out of what you
Okay,
said.
what did you
The
hear?
stillness.
Yes.
When we're in such a rat race life and culture. I saw the connecting with nature, which is so critical. And then I saw the self-care. This is me time. I'm pulling away from it all. We've got to have more of that.
I agree.
Self-care time. Pull away from all that stuff. Get away from the electronics.
Yeah, I think people get confused or maybe don't have a broader explanation of what self-care is. We get caught up into like maybe something materialistic to help with self-care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When it's much deeper and broader than that. You know, they teach us when you're flying about the mask that drops down.
Mm-hmm.
Put yours on first. Don't think about anybody else. Put yours on first so that you don't become incapacitated.
Right.
To where you can't help your wife, your husband, your loved ones, or anybody else on the flight.
Right.
So self-care is not being selfish. It's being smart.
It's survival. It's recommend. You got to do it.
You have to.
You will burn
out.
Yes, indeed.
You will.
So tell us a little bit about how do you collaborate with conventional doctors if somebody come work with you? How does that look if somebody was to say, you know what, I think I might be interested in working with the holistic doctors? How does that look for them?
Actually, I've thought about, and they've invited me, the Black Doctors Association here in Georgia has invited me to come join the team.
Okay.
You
Congratulations.
And I'm looking at taking them up on that very shortly because it takes a village. Realistically, it takes a village because they can do things that I'm not qualified to do.
Okay.
If someone was to break an arm, break a leg, someone unfortunately was to get shot or stabbed, that's not me.
Right.
You know, I'm on that preventative side. They're on the intervention side, which is needed because we are human being and life happens. So I get it, and I value and appreciate them.
I'm glad you make that distinction. This is more about preventing illness.
Yes.
Does it ever reverse any types of illness?
Yes.
Oh.
Because the body was designed to be its own doctor if we give it the right conditions.
Come on now. What do we need to do? Somebody listening real intense right now.
Oh.
So for just in general, what are some basic things we should be doing? If not daily, at least weekly, to transition to something like this?
Oh, my God. Let me go to
that was heavy.
That was heavy then.
Okay.
Let me go to my pet peeve.
All right.
What we put in the body and or what we put on the body on a regular daily basis, Dr. Holloway. We've got to ingest. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Y'all ready?
More raw food.
I'm excited, right? Like, I have been health conscious most of my life. Now, I may not do everything that I know, but just this week, I met a new person. We're developing a friendship. Anyway, she said, I texted her, I said, like, hey, what are you doing? You know, how's your week going? And she was like, hey, I'm starting this new diet. And I'm like, well, I'm writing a book. You know, we just chatting it up. But then I got curious. What is this? No, it's a cleanse. So
Okay.
she's doing a parasitic cleanse.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, okay, I've never done one of those. So she sent me the link and I went to look at the website. And part of the journey is to eat raw food for 14 days.
Oh, I need to talk to her.
Is that not good?
That is great.
Oh, okay.
Because food, as long as it has not been tampered with and raised in the right environment, food in its raw state is best.
So not cooking it.
Without cooking it. Of course we're going to cook the pinto beans and the black-eyed peas and the green lima beans, and I'm just speaking out my favorites.
Apparently. You ought to see his face, y'all.
I light up. I have beans in my diet every day. When I get back home, I've got some green lima beans waiting on me with some mackerel that I'm going to put in some potatoes and some bell peppers. Oh, my God. That's a kingly meal to me.
Okay.
But
you were talking about the live food, the raw food.
yes, because food in its best state, you know, the vegetables, the fruit in particular, is raw. Take a carrot out of the ground, put it in boiling water and leave it there, let's stretch it, for 5 minutes. That's a long time. Now, if you do 10 minutes, oh my God, it's more catastrophic. But if you leave it in there, I'm stretching it for 5 minutes, take that carrot out of that boiling water and put it back in the ground, is it going to sprout?
No.
No. Because we've killed the life-giving mechanisms in it with the heat, the enzymes.
It's changed its form, too.
It has changed its form by the heat. So this is why we say, or this is why when I'm fixing or cooking items like broccoli or cauliflower or carrots, I basically steam it, not for long. In my case, I will drop that broccoli that I eat just about every day, Dr. Holloway. I'll put it in that boiling water, leave it there, stretching it 45 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Typically maybe 30 seconds is enough where I can maintain the crunch in it when I eat it so that I have not cooked it to pieces. Because I want all the life in it to go into the life of my body and give me everything that that item was intended by our Creator to give to this priceless body.
Yeah, right before the show, Dr. Ellison was giving me some analogies. Please share one of them, all of them, of how you view the body and what we put in it.
Oh, now you got me on my playground. This is playground here.
Okay.
The first analogy is the body is like a ground or a garden or a piece of land, where we sow things into it. So the principle here is whatever I sow in the ground of my body is what the body is going to tend to produce or react to. So if I sow a lot of raw food, clean foods, the body's going to tend to give me the results of energy, clean skin, clarity of thoughts and thinking. It's going to do all those things that the food was designed to do. However, Dr. Holloway, if I sow, particularly on a consistent, regular basis, donuts, sodas, fruit juices.
Out you hurting somebody's feelings.
I know it hurts because it hurt me when I got on this journey and began to recognize all the changes that I needed to make so that when I hit my 60s that I'm in, at 65 years of age, my next birthday, I wouldn't have any pains, I like to say it like this, no aches, no pains, no meds.
Wow.
I'm not by any means telling anybody on meds to get off the meds, no.
Say that one more time.
No, do not get off your meds because of what you're hearing, what Calvin Ellison graduated to over a number of years. So you can't go get off of your meds because of how you've heard me describe how my life is at 64 years of age with no aches, no pains, no meds.
When did your journey begin?
Back in my 30s, early 30s.
That's when you got the book.
When I got the book. That's when I got the book and started chasing that rabbit. And after that book gave me a small measure of satisfaction, I went out and bought $400 worth of books that gave me a little bit more satisfaction, that triggered me getting into the doctoral degree program, that gave me a little bit of satisfaction. I was maybe halfway.
You was thirsty.
I'm thirsty to the max. And so after that, I've been studying much more than what I did when I was in my naturopathic doctoral studies and becoming a certified nutritional consultant. I've been studying much more since that time. And I basically, in the last 30 years, I don't know of a week in particular, probably no more than 2 or 3 days, that I have not been chasing the rabbit of health information. I was chasing the rabbit while I was driving here to the studio.
Wow, what were you looking up? What were you studying?
Because I'm always listening to my favorite university of YouTube.
Oh, right.
YouTube
Always something on there.
University. And I was listening to this lady talk about how your body is its own doctor. If we give it the right conditions.
So what is it? So some people have gut issues. And I've heard, I would say over the last 10 years, like the gut is like the second brain, or maybe it's the first brain. What is your understanding of that concept when it comes to overall wellness?
Let me rephrase it.
Okay, I might have it wrong.
No, you got it right.
Okay.
No, you just caused a light bulb to come on in my head.
Okay.
It's really not a gut issue.
What is it?
A food issue in the gut. It's how we're treating the gut, because there was nothing wrong with the way our gut was designed. There was nothing wrong with the way that engine in the car was designed. There's nothing wrong with the place where we put the water. It's when we put gas where the water is supposed to be, or we put water where the oil is supposed to be in that section of the vehicle.
And we know oil and water do not mix.
Do not mix.
So that goes back to what we were talking about before the show. So one of the concepts we talked about were ingredients, right? You go into the store and all these prepackaged processed items have a host.
It's like 3 football teams on one item.
And half of them you can't even pronounce.
No, you can't.
Maybe more than that. You can't pronounce.
And all this is going to what you just mentioned about the gut.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's chemicals.
It's chemicals. So this is why I tell people that before you even take it home, while you're attempting or getting ready to put it in your cart, read the label. If it comes in a can, a box, a package, or if that item simply has a label, read the label first.
What are they looking for?
What are they looking for?
Yeah, what are some things that maybe they should stay away from?
Oh my God. Wow.
You should see his face.
Stay away from one that pops up in my mind automatically. Sodium benzoate.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Or, now here's where we're now into football season. I like football. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, Dr. Holloway, that I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
That's all right.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
I've gotten into so much trouble being in Georgia talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm a fair weather fan over here. I'm just going to be honest. When they doing good, I'm a fan.
You're a fan. But let me say this about the Cowboys, and we'll get back to the point. The Cowboys really, they really do never lose. You going to argue that point?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, the Cowboys never lose.
They never lose.
It's when they become the Cowgirls.
Oh, okay.
You get it?
I get it.
But, yeah, so we have to be concerned about the ingredients because the GI tract is separate, thank God, from the rest of the body. It's its own universe or galaxy within itself. Because if it wasn't, with all those acids that are in there to break our foods down, was to leak into other parts of the body, it could be sudden death.
Wow.
So it's a separated thing that starts at the mouth and ends at the anus. So we have to be concerned about the ingredients because the ingredients is going to determine the health of the gut. 80% of our immune system, our body's military, is in the gut. So if I'm not putting items in the gut that match the chemical makeup, which is going to lead, and we'll go to that second analogy afterwards.
Okay.
But if I'm putting items in my mouth, going into the gut, that does not support the development, the sustainability, the strength of my immune system, I could be tearing my immune system down from the gut. The other 20% of the immune system is in the brain. So these guys are connected. The gut-brain connection, as we call it. So I understand why people are having a lot of gut issues when I look at what they're putting in their food baskets.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those items conflict chemically with our bodily makeup, causing bloatings, irritable bowel syndromes, and all types of issues in that gut area. So my appeal to you great people listening, with this fabulous body that Almighty God has given to us, do like the Supremes said in their song years ago. Stop. Now they said, in the name of love. I've reworded that song to say, stop in the name of life and think things over.
Think it over.
Think it over before you put it in your body. Because, unfortunately, many people are doing what the lady and I think the gentleman saying, killing me softly with these things, killing me softly with fast. Now, it was not those words, but you know where I'm coming from. We're killing ourselves slowly because we're not conscious of what we're putting in these dynamic vehicles called the human body.
Would you say that our health has declined over time because of fast food, microwave items, the busyness of society, not eating out more than cooking? Would you just say, like...
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Particularly
when we have the data and the statistics to back it up.
Okay.
We spend over $4.3 trillion on health care alone just in America. We spend more than the next 10 biggest spenders, talking America specific right now. We spend more than the next 10 biggest spenders combined, Russia, China, and all these other countries. We spend more on health care. We spend, this is, now I'm quoting this from quite a few years ago, maybe close to 10 years ago. We spend well over, at that time, over $300 billion on meds alone.
Wait a minute. Say that number.
$300 billion on meds alone.
That is a lot.
It's a lot. I had a cousin, passed away in her mid to late 40s. She came to me one day. She was on 50 pills a day. That was heart-rending.
Yeah.
I said, where do you have room for your food? This pill to chase the effects of this pill, to chase the effects of this pill. So to get back to your question, yes. When we look at our children having diseases that were once related to older age, these are our babies fighting and struggling with diabetes. A statistic was done on young ladies and young men that were killed in gang fights and stuff in Southern California some years ago. Do you not know that the statistics said a large percentage of them already had heart disease between the ages of 18 and 21. They already had heart disease when they did the autopsy. So is our health declining? When you hear statistics like that and you look at what we're being fed, and now I understand if we take a vacation or we nutritionally sin.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, don't worry, you hear some other stuff too.
Okay.
If we take a nutritional sin, and just go off out here and do what we want to do.
We relapse a little bit.
So, you're going to be okay if you, I don't know if I should say this about this particular item on this show.
You got me nervous. Should I hit pause?
Oh, my God. Because I want to be looked at as being a nice guy to your audience. And I know this is going to be offensive if I mention this particular food item to quite a few people.
What is it?
So it's okay. Wow.
But how do you want to phrase?
I don't want to give people a license, though. That's the thing. I don't want them to think I'm giving them a license.
To eat it?
To eat it.
I don't know then.
Because I stopped eating it 600 years ago. I know I stretched it. But a long time ago.
Write it down. Show me what it is. What are you talking about?
Maybe I need to write it down before I mention it.
That's what I'm saying.
To your
Write it
great
down.
audience.
Show me what you're talking about.
Yeah, and get your approval.
Yeah, let's see. Well, we did say hey, this is your journey, and this is for educational purposes only. Please, by all means, seek guidance with your own doctor. Let me see. What's the word, yes. Dr. Ellison?
You really want me to show you this?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, talk about it.
So we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the green light. So if you're going to choose every now and then, not that I'm giving the license, Dr. Holloway. Now, I need to make sure that is clear. I am not giving a license to go and gnaw on the pig's tail.
There you have it, John.
Or the pork chop sandwich.
Why did you feel like you needed to buffer pork chops?
Because I know that's what so many, many people eat. I used to do it too 600 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm coming from. Now, you ever watched the show, The Munsters?
Years ago.
Years ago. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Munsters was one of my favorite shows.
Okay.
The Munsters, Sanford and Son, the Beverly Hillbillies.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, Gomer Pyle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I say that laughingly, but seriously, because those shows are a part of my self-care regimen. Because 1 minute of sustained laughter boosts the immune system for 24 hours.
I read, and let me know if this is something that you've had researched too. I've read when we eat sugar, it shuts down the immune system immediately for 20 minutes or something like that. Are you familiar with that statistic or that research?
Yes.
Okay, so explain it a lot more eloquently than I just did. Sugar.
Well, if there's anything, public enemy number one, refined sugar, where they've stripped the nutrients out of it, and you put that into your body, when you get ready to drink that diabetes in a can that's loaded with about 12 teaspoons full of sugar, pay attention to the body. Sip it very slowly and feel what it begins to do to the brain, because the body does talk. But we're in such a rat race, fast-paced life, we just guggle it down. We don't pay any attention to the body talking back to us, versus if I was to drink water versus that soda, because the body is going to talk to me about what I put in it. Mm-hmm. It's going to talk. So if I take the time, like when I do with my, oh my God, my energy drink, Dr. Holloway, that I make my own energy drink.
Come on, because now you stepping on my toes. I like my coffee in the morning.
But now I
put a little bit of brown sugar in it. Like, I know, but I try to put the brown sugar.
Okay, you okay with that? I can
or the turbinado sugar.
I can buy those.
Okay, yeah, all right.
You're good.
Okay, but what do you do for energy? Because I don't know if I drink it out of habit, or if I drink it because I like the taste and the smell of it.
Sure.
But I do think sometimes I do get a little boost. So what are some more natural ways to give me a boost in the morning? What's your energy drink?
Well, I stopped throwing away the watermelon rind. and the watermelon seed.
Come on now.
I will take that rind and the seeds. I'm like, yes, seeds, I'm coming after you. I used to throw you away ignorantly, not realizing how powerful the seeds are.
I chew my watermelon seeds. People think I'm weird, but I learned that they have a lot of nutritional value.
Yes. So I put the watermelon seed, and the watermelon rind, the backside, I cut that off, of course. And I put it in the blender. Oh, my God. And then I have the nerve to cut up in that some chayote.
Now, what's that?
Chayote is something that I've just found out in the last probably.
About to Google that, y'all. Spell it.
CHAYOTE. CHAYOTE. You got to tell the audience what you're finding.
CHAYOTE. TE. All right, y'all.
I put it.
Oh, I've seen this.
Looks like a pear, doesn't it?
It does.
I
didn't know what to do with it.
Loaded
Oh.
with nutrients. Could you please tell
Okay,
us?
it just says a pale green squash-like fruit from the gourd family, a member of the cucurbit family that tastes like a mild cross between a cucumber and zucchini. Where's this originally from? I wonder. But yes, I've seen this.
I get mine from the Walmart. I think less than $1.20. But a powerhouse of nutrients. Magnesium, potassium, fiber. Oh, my God. So I put that in there with the watermelon seeds and rind
Okay.
and make my own energy drink out of that. That's just one of my energy drinks.
Now, when most people make their energy drinks, I know a lot. I mean, again, may not apply at all, but I do know they say that there is a time frame to drink like live foods. So what is that time frame? Like, I made my energy drink. Should I drink it within the first 2 hours? Can I sip on it all day, or does that matter?
No, I'll usually make one that'll last up to about 3 days.
Okay, so it'll still have its nutritional content.
Yes, as long as we keep it refrigerated.
Okay.
Because the cool air, the coolness will help maintain the nutrients.
All right. Well, y'all, hope y'all enjoying this conversation today. I want to ask you something. So you shared with us, I'm so sorry to hear that your cousin passed, but how do you handle who supports you, and what is it like to try to talk to family members about all the things that you know around health? And do you find that they listen, or how does that work within your own family structure?
Let me say it like this. You ever seen movies to where the Martians come? And people are looking at the Martians and the Martians are looking at the people?
Yeah.
That's how my family looks at me.
Like you the odd one.
Really odd. Like, come on, what got into you? Don't you know how we were raised? We were raised a certain way. What is this strange language that you're talking?
Y'all just see how animated he is right now.
Because I went through it. Like, what?
So it would be normal if someone was to start changing their diet to have some resistance from family members.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're creatures of habit and people love their food comfort zones. And when you start talking stuff that, like the pork chops and the white flour bread, all those, the white flour bread, devitalized bread, that I stopped eating probably about 400 years ago.
Bread's doing something strange. My bread, I stopped buying it because it doesn't mold. Like, I remember growing up, it would mold like within a week. But I had some bread. I'm like, it should be molded by now.
Well, Dr. Holloway, is one of what we call an eternal food.
I'm looking at you because I don't know what that means.
Meaning it's a food that just seems to last forever. And those kind of foods are not real.
I mean, like that McDonald's fry that was up under my car seat for 3 months
Exactly.
and it hasn't changed shape, form, nor...
Come on. Like one guy forgot and left a burger in his coat pocket. Years later, it was still there.
Oh, my goodness.
In the same state that he bought it. It's what we call eternal foods.
I have never heard that term, but thank you. That makes sense.
Loaded with chemicals and preservatives. And what is it going to do in our bodies? When we let that kind of item in, the body goes under stress and struggle to break it down because the body is like, Master, what is this?
Oh,
this
Master. Oh.
Master.
Is yelling at us.
Yes.
What are you doing?
What are you doing to me? What did you put in me? That was not in the manual. Come on now. Every vehicle. That was where I wanted to get to in my other analogy.
Okay, come on. You can do it right now.
Every vehicle that we purchase has a manual.
If you buy it new.
Yeah.
You can get it used. You may not get that book.
May not get the book. You know? But typically, that manual is there telling us what is recommended, what type of oil and gas in particular, to put in the vehicle. So when we start putting eternal foods and here's another one. You might like this one.
What's that?
Franken foods.
What is a frankenfood?
We've heard of Frankenstein,
Yeah.
a man-made man.
So like them GMOs?
Yeah, Franken foods are going to get over into the GMO world.
Okay.
But I was using Franken foods to, be sarcastic, so to speak.
Okay, I'm listening for real.
Yeah. So when we're eating foods that was not designed for the human body, like the eternal foods or the Franken foods, in other words, foods made from man-made chemicals, foods that were made in a plant versus coming from a plant.
Oh, wait.
Let me say that again.
Yeah.
Foods that were made in a plant or factory or laboratory that does not come from a plant grown out there on the ground. Mm-hmm. When we're consuming items like that, they have categories that we describe like eternal foods, Franken foods, or adulterated foods, loaded with all these chemicals and these additives. That's where we get into the adulterated foods and so forth. Then they cause havoc in the body because here's a major principle. If the chemical makeup of what I put in the body and on the body doesn't match the chemical makeup of this God-designed body, sooner or later, we're going to have problems. Nowadays, it's the sooner than the later because we're ingesting so many of these adverse chemical-derived items. So it's not taking as long nowadays as it did maybe years ago for heart problems to show up because we're eating more of them unawareingly. So the body is like a vehicle. It's got to have water, gas, and oil. Water for the body is the same thing as, or water for the vehicle is the same thing as water for the body. Oil, a vehicle, until we go totally electric, has to have oil. And they tell us what kind of oils to put in our vehicles. Well, what is oil for the body? If you were to mash or cut open a walnut, it has oil in it, what we call essential fats. Essential fats are our oils that we can find in walnuts, Brazil nuts that I eat 3 every day for a strategic reason. We can find them in avocados. In just a lot of items, we can find the oils in because oils are necessary. The brain
So my vegetable oil that I want to cook my fish fry in isn't good. Y'all still see his face. I'm being sarcastic. But we have to pull back on that vegetable oil. Is that good? Canola oils.
No, let me say it this way. Please, don't give those items away.
Okay. Using it in moderation.
No, your canola oil, your vegetable oils, those seed oils, don't give them away. Please don't do that. Throw them away.
Oh. So tell us about your books, because you shared that you have some books. Are there like recipes to help people transition? Is it just education about healthier lifestyle?
Yeah, we do have one that has recipes in it.
Okay.
It's called the 7-Day Meal Plan.
Okay.
The 7-Day Meal Plan. And if you were to reach out to me through my website, Ellison's Consulting Services, we can make sure that you get access to it. The 7-Day Meal Plan. But then we have one entitled Health and Wellness that really gets into education about the tremendous value of water and sleep. Oh my God, I'm getting ready to on the 13th of this, it's the 22nd of this month. And I would encourage everybody to join us on the 13th, which is not this Monday, but the next Monday. We're going to be talking free webinar. We're going to be talking about self-care strategies for health empowerment on October the 13th. And then on the 22nd, we're going to be talking about, oh my God, the superpower of sleep.
When I do my assessments, when I have new clients, one of the questions that I ask is about health sleep, because there is a connection between mood, our mental health, and sleep. And most adults are not getting enough sleep. If they are sleeping, it's interrupted, meaning they're periodically waking up through the night, or they're having trouble falling asleep, or when they wake up, they're not feeling rested. And so I think that is such a powerful conversation for us to have around sleep.
We've underestimated the tremendous health benefits of sleep, particularly those hours between 10 and 2 a.m. when the body does some of its greatest repairing, rejuvenating, restoration, particularly in between those hours to where I say it's like it goes into the depth of the ocean in relaxation and doing stuff in those hours you can't make up for afterwards. You have to wait till the train comes back around.
Tell us more about that.
It's very critical. We go into some of the deepest processes of the body, doing all this restorative stuff, healing itself, cleansing itself out from all the stuff, all the thoughts that went into our heads, our psychology, and our emotions. It's like the house cleaning time. And the body is saying, rest, relax, go with me into the depths of this so I can do the job. Let me say it like this. I appreciate the airplanes, when I would go to Africa, South Africa, or Zimbabwe, and we would have a stopover in Nigeria or wherever. I appreciate the plane taking the time, or the crew taking the time to do, refueling and cleaning the plane up, particularly if you had to change passengers and stuff. I appreciate that, because the human body is like that. The human body is saying, I'm coming in for a landing to get rejuvenated, refueled, cleaned up for the next flight.
Right. Processing that whole day. Yeah. When it comes to mental health, sometimes I have to help people understand, that is a time for us to process emotions too.
Yes.
And so if you're not able to fully sleep, then that journey of processing is interrupted. And so you're not able to experience some of emotional healing that's necessary, because that sleep is a part of our healing journey.
So critical.
Well. It's so critical.
Sleep is like half, in my estimation. Now, of course, we got to do the eating right, the drinking the right stuff, and building good relationships. But this sleep factor, because if I don't get enough of it on a regular basis in particular, you talk about emotions can go all over the place. Grouchy, frustrated, and we think it's because of an encounter on the job. No, you didn't give the body time to rest and to restore. So I really heavily advocate get plenty of good quality sleep. particularly between those hours of
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, I wanted to circle back to something you said at the very top of the hour. You talked about mindset and our thoughts and how that plays a role in our health. Help us understand the connection between body health and our thoughts.
Again, because we are interconnected, spirit, mind, and body. So what I think, now, a friend of mine, we were in South Africa, and he used the word, and you're probably greatly familiar with it, psychoneuroimmunology, meaning what I think has effect on my neurological system, has an effect on my immune system. Because again, the immune system is like the military of the body. I said it like this, and the scriptures literally say it like this. As a man thinks in his heart, his imagination, his subconscious mind, so is he. So in closing on that thought, every cell in our bodies come to the attention of our thoughts. Got to say that again. Every cell in our body comes to the attention of what we think. Some people think themselves into bad health for whatever the reason that their thoughts are in that direction. But it's very important to realize that what I think, my thought life matters. That's why I love the scriptures say, think on these things. Because what I think affects my emotions and affect my body. If my thinking is way out yonder in left field, I don't feel like eating. Because my gut-brain connectivity is being disturbed, in this case, by my thoughts. So it's very important.
Yeah. I like to, challenge my clients to think about, this statement, like what is the difference between a man or a woman who thinks he can and who thinks he can't? They're both right. If you think you can't, you won't.
I like that. Yeah.
If you think you can, you will. Even if you fail, you still believe that you can. But if you think you can't, you're not going to invest much energy into change.
Come on.
Your thoughts, your behaviors, your attitudes, your relationship. You're not going to change because you have already told yourself that you're not going to do it.
And I like what you said. I'm not going to do it because now I've got my energy
on lockdown.
So
I'm not open to it.
See? So that goes to show that my thoughts carry energy.
My body will follow my mind.
Come on.
And our bodies will also follow our mind.
Yes. That's why doctors have said over the years that a certain patient comes in, I don't see anything physically wrong.
It's psychological. Yeah, I work with a lot of people who are having psychosomatic issues. The doctors can't find anything. It's your mental health.
Wow. Wow.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ellis. This has been a wonderful healing conversation. I hope many of you have had the opportunity to maybe take one nugget or two and incorporate it into your life or share what you've heard with somebody. And it's okay if you don't get started today, but just think about how you can make small changes in your life.
And don't underestimate the power of sharing, what it does to you emotionally and psychologically and physiologically, just from sharing.
Yeah. What last words do you have for the audience today?
My admonition is to spend more time promoting your health versus fighting disease.
Oh. Put it on the front end, y'all.
Spend more time through things like what we have shared, nuggets, promoting your health versus fighting disease.
I love that. Thank you again, Dr. Ellis, for spending some time right here on Healing Conversations on JPRG Radio.
But I want to tell them how to contact me.
I am. I'm about to say, yeah. Okay. So please do share how to contact Dr. Ellis.
And again, I can't say enough how much I appreciate now, looking back, you being nosy into my conversation there in the supermarket. Because had she not been nosy, you all, we wouldn't be having this show today.
That's right.
So, but thank you. But you can reach me at Ellison's, ELLISONS, consulting.com. Ellison'sconsulting.com. We have twice monthly free webinars on health. That if you go there and scroll down to subscribe and click the yes, you'd like to be a part of getting the newsletter, then you'll get notifications about webinars and products that we have, such as my favorite, CMOS.
Yes, I was not going to let you leave the show without talking about CMOS.
Oh, my God. We're going to be doing another show on CMOS next month, the month of November.
Okay.
And so if you subscribe, then you'll not only hear the show or be able to be engaged in the show about CMOS, but other shows that we've got coming up, like on October the 13th, where we're talking about self-care strategies, October the 22nd, where we're talking about sleep. But then over into next month, we're going to be talking about CMOS again and some other dynamic topics.
Give us a 1 minute,
On the CMOS?
Yes, please.
All right. Yeah.
Because I stopped when I met him, y'all. I was asking, I just ordered some capsules of CMOS, and he was like,
Well, you're going to get some level of value out of the
But
capsules.
y'all should see his face. He's really against these capsules.
Wait. I mean, if I'm traveling, then I'll usually maybe.
Oh, yes, because it has to stay at a correct temperature. All right, so give us a 1 minute.
But 1 minute on the CMOS, it is dynamic because it's loaded with 92 of the essential minerals and vitamins of 102 that we need on a regular daily basis. So that's number one. It's loaded with all the minerals and vitamins. Please hear that, you all. Minerals and vitamins. I hear a lot of people say, well, Doc, I take a multivitamin. I'm like, okay. That's like saying I want to have a baby and you're just a woman. Or I want to have a baby, you're just a man. Minerals and vitamins were designed to work synergistically together. So it's loaded with 92 minerals and vitamins, helps with everything from dealing with inflammation, building the immune system, blood pressure, blood sugar, and a whole host of other families and friends.
All right. Anything else you would like for them to know before we wrap up?
I just want to say thank you all for allowing me to have your attention. Thank you first and foremost, Dr. Holloway, for being nosy and then allowing me to come on your show. But
I appreciate you for saying yes. You could have. This lady crazy. She waiting on me.
Waiting on me at the car. Her car was parked right.
It just so happened that we was parked side by side.
Parked side by side, and I'm like, who's this person? And I'm speaking.
You was hesitant, y'all. Y'all saw his body language. Like, this is weird.
But thank God that you did what you did. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I never know how many people are listening or who is listening and exactly how the things that I share on my show impact them. I do get some feedback when people reach out to me on social media or my family and friends that do reach out and say, hey, that was a great show. I'm so thankful that you started that conversation. I never heard of that. Or even today, if they've heard some new things about health and getting started, especially around family, they will push back. You don't want to eat cake? No, because I now know that cake, isn't, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. Because I know I've had my own journey and some pushback from people. I remember specifically when, it wasn't with a family member, but it was with a coworker. I was doing I just said I wanted to fast. I wanted to just give my stomach a break from all the heavy eating I was doing. And he just looked at me like, what do you mean you want to not eat? I said, I'm eating, but I'm changing. So my stomach can have a break from all the heavy things that I've been eating. But anyway, just that questioning.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a personal question I want to ask.
Okay.
Before we go. So I have a lot of people around me that eat differently.
Okay.
Vegetarians, pescatarians, vegans. What does your research show is there is there a one way or is there a balance? Does it matter if it's your blood type? I've went down that rabbit hole too. And I know we're out of time, but is there a quick way to answer the best diet for the human body?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go back to the manufacturer.
All right.
The manufacturer,
So
our creator.
fruits and vegetables.
Fruits, vegetables, beans, legumes.
So we should lay low on meats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I still have meats, but you want to, when you eat your meats, it's a whole lot better to make sure that vegetables are there with it.
Okay, so more vegetables than meat.
Yeah.
So
let the vegetables outweigh the meat.
okay, thank you. I know somebody else was probably curious about that too, but I think about that all the time. Like, I keep hearing this, and then I read this, but mostly fruits and vegetables.
Mostly fruits and vegetables, and it's okay to have the meats, but don't let the meats outweigh the fruit and the vegetable, because we got to remember, no meats have fiber. And so we need some fiber.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't we know about the human body? I appreciate you just sharing a little insight on how we can get on track with loving ourselves in a different kind of way, how eating can be self-care, how eating can build our confidence, knowing that we're doing the right thing.
Yes.
Nobody is feeding us but ourselves. We're choosing food, unless you're a child. But if you're the parent, then you're the nutritionalist. You're responsible for what your children are eating, right?
So true.
Whew,
Well, this has been good.
it has been good. All right. If y'all
You're
want
a
to,
great host.
oh, thank you so much, Dr. Ellison. You are welcome back. I know you are engaged in many other, avenues, but today we talked about health. So you're welcome to come back. You've been amazing
Well, thank
today. All right, y'all. Y'all can find me on Dr. Holloway Helps on social media platforms. Thank you so much for tuning in yet for another episode of Healing Conversation. You don't want to miss next week, so make sure you tune in and be well and talk to you soon. Bye for now.